Hello everybody, this is a quick video on sus chords. This will be the fourth video in the chord workshop series. Now this video is on sus chords. We already covered the regular triads, major, minor, diminished, and augmented. Now we're talking about variations. Now variations on these chords, well, variations don't stand for specifically variations of those chords. I'm talking about others not quite as common or as structurally relevant or important as the major four. Now we have the first ones are sus chords. Now sus is short for suspended. Now a suspended chord for triads, suspended triad, there's two to be specific. You have the sus4 or suspended fourth, and the suspended second. Now, the fourth, when it says four, sus4, it's talking about the fourth scale degree. It says sus2, it's talking about the second scale degree. Now, suspension is when you're in music, when you have something that carries over a bar line, you have a suspension. It means it's being held, it's being suspended over the bar line, and it doesn't resolve where you would normally think it would resolve. So for sus4, our suspensions for triads will always resolve down to the left. So sus4 goes to the 3, a 2 goes to the 1. So if you have a sus4, you're replacing the 3 with the fourth scale degree. Now the fourth resolves down typically to the 3. This is the sus4, 1, 4, and 5 of the major scale. And the sus2 replaces the first scale degree since it has to resolve down to it. 2, 3, and 5. You can practice those just like the other ones. Or the 2, sus2. Now these are written sus2 or sus4 almost exclusively. You'll almost never see it written out suspended fourth or with just the 2 or the 4 next to it. Now, a chord that has just a number next to it refers to a specific interval. If you see C5, you're talking about a fifth starting on C. That's almost exclusively what it means. There are some differences, but usually most times, you will see a chord that is written, say in a rock song, as a C5. Usually they mean a power chord, which is the other variation that we're getting to. That means the C5 means it's a fifth. Power chord only adds the root again on top, the octave. The two strongest intervals that we have, the fifth or the fourth, fifth, if you invert them, they become the same thing, but not the point of this video. And the octave. Two of the strongest intervals we have together. That's why it's called the power chord, because it's a powerful chord. Yeah, that'll do it. So that we have covered sus4, sus2, the numerical chords with just the number. This will be the 5, C5, C2, C3. You can't have a C6 because a C6 is a different chord. That's getting into 4-note chords. We're not there yet. That'll be the next video. Now, outside of that, you have the flat 5. The standard flat 5 is a major triad with a lowered fifth scale degree. So normally, for the augmented chord, you would raise the fifth scale degree to have the sharp or sharp 5. In this case, you're lowering it. Now, those are the basic fundamental root chords. This covers all the basic ones. You have the major, minor, diminished, augmented, sus4, sus2, up. You have the flat 5. You have the numerical chords with just the number. You have the power chord. These are your basic 3-note chords. Pretty much everything else will either be a cluster of some sort or a 4-note chord or some voicing that doesn't really apply. There we go. There we go. That, while technically is a chord, isn't an actual one of the ones that we talked about. Yes, it is. Okay, I was incorrect. That was just an A flat 5. You see where it gets tricky. We have to pay attention to what notes you're playing and what intervals you have. If you spread it out too far, it gets kind of hard to tell. Well, at least for me anyway. So I have something to go practice. So do you. Have fun.